Let's go!
Let's do a little recollection. So this is for Fighting Collection 2, right? Fighting Collection 2 announced, everyone big happy. However, everyone big happy, right? If we go to this thing and we go to Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, check this out, chat. This is gonna blow your mind. I told you guys not that long ago that this was nearly an impossibility. That Marvel Superheroes has one of the first guest characters in a Capcom fighting game ever. And it's legit a comedian from Japan, a physical comedy comedian from Japan named Norimaru. And he's right there. He was not present in the American version of Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. Who is this guy? Also, back when this collection was first revealed, he was not in this portrait. He was missing. He was also not in any promotional material for MSH VSF, any other part of this. And we were like, oh, Norimaru's not making it, dude. Now, he was not in this art before. They literally photoshopped his ass out. He was gone. He's back now. Talked about this before. Of course, Norimaru isn't making it, of course. The licensing and the rights for this probably don't even exist. Who the hell do you even call? Like, what even happens? He's back. He was in the trailer today. This was their big reveal for Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. Each one of the games is getting a trailer, by the way, which is great. One of the coolest Marvel vs. Capcom games there is. The gameplay sucks, though. This is not a great game to play, and it's kind of unfortunate. There's some super cool things in here, some amazing elements in here, but it's effectively the laziest of all the Capcom fighting games in the Versus collection. We're getting flashbanged right now. So, just showing off some of the stuff that's in the collection. You know, yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. Very cool. And then all of a sudden, it's their big reveal. He's back. They were saving that reveal. All of us thought, oh, they're erasing Norimaru from the franchise because, you know, he's effectively the Kyo of the Versus games. So it's such a weird choice. So, like, who the hell is Norimaru? Who the hell is this guy? If I go here and I go like, hey, characters. They also added all the secret characters, US Agent, Armored Spider-Man, Mephisto, Dark Sakura, Mech Zangief, Shadow, like they're all here now. And Norimaru, with the highest quality artwork likely to ever exist of this guy, is now here alongside Cyber Akuma and all the other weirdos that are in the game. He's actually back. For 99% of the purchasing audience, they don't know who the hell this guy is, but there is history. To me, this is also insane because the fact is that Marvel had to approve this. And he's awful, by the way. Like, he's like a legit bad character. This is back when Capcom would put Dan into a game and they would just put him in because he's bad. He's a joke. Norimaru is a joke character. He is not particularly good at all. He's just pretty bad. We have to go back, like, all the way to some ancient videos. We're going way back here, dude. Some dudes at Capcom just loved this comedian. And apparently he was like mega popular in Japan. He was just mega popular in Japan. So somehow, because the licensing was so loose in these old games, Capcom was just doing whatever the hell they wanted with this Versus franchise at the time. He's still kind of popular. I'm sure he is. I'm not saying he isn't. It's just that, like, this is the weirdest crossover ever. This would be effectively like if you're playing Tekken 3 and you've just unlocked Gon and that character's crazy. And the next character you unlock after you beat the game with Gon is Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman is now a fighter that is selectable. Pee Wee Herman versus Kazuya, you know? Or sorry, versus Jin Kazama. That is the same level of like, what the hell?
マーブルが OK してないんですよね。
じゃあ試作段階で、まだこれ実際に世に出るかどうかわからない。
一応艦長
秘密兵器。はい。
艦長コーヒーがあります。
艦長コーヒー。おお。スパイダーマンが艦長さんだ。
あまり待ってくださいよ。
もう一回お願いします。ほら。
Concho. Anybody ever played Guilty Gear Xrd when you get chopped up by Faust and he does the, you know, it's this, yes, that's what we're talking about. There's very little video evidence of like this stuff. Wait a minute. Oh, this is 55 minutes. Am I about to watch this whole fucking thing? Am I about to watch this whole thing? Oh my god. Am I about to watch this literal whole thing? There he is. And there he is. That cosplay is crazy. So it's not cosplay, that was his character. In the same way that like Paul Rubin was Pee Wee Herman. From what I understand, it's kind of the same thing. Where it's like, yeah, his entire shtick was this character. It's all about his trip to Japan. I'm sorry, his trip to Capcom in Japan. Eventually getting behind the scenes at Capcom. Something that eventually I wish I will be able to do someday. And getting revealed for the first time, his character in the game. Because people just loved him at Capcom. Yeah, it's like Mr. Bean shows up in a Capcom fighting game. Yeah, let's get Tim and Eric as ice climbers in Smash Brothers. Yeah, that's the equivalent of what this is.
I
believe they see the Capcom designers like responsible for it. Yeah, let's put Weird Al into Guilty Gear. It's amazing. It's like the craziest story you can possibly imagine. And to think that people at Capcom cared enough to actually bring it back almost 30 years later. Let's keep this in here. Let's not take it out. Let's make him playable everywhere now because he was only in the Japanese version of the game before. It's so crazy.